Hey everybody, Kevin here with another Note Investor tip of the day. Got a question recently where I've made some statements like we always have consistent inventory now in this industry, and then it goes through waves on top of that, and historically that hasn't always been the case. Well, what changed that? If you really want to go back and research it, which I found to be a fun read because I've done it years ago, look up what happened with the Glass-Steagall Act. The Glass-Steagall Act separated banks into commercial banks and lending banks, more consumer-oriented banks, and various rules applied to those banks. That got repealed after being in our legislation and being part of our laws. That got repealed after I don't know how many dozens of years, just almost overnight. It was absolutely crazy, just kind of in the dark of midnight sort of thing, but it was repealed. Then all of a sudden, various commercial banks and everything else could do more aggressive investments. And they got started into the mortgage investing and securities, and the commercial and the consumer banks were all doing the same thing. And that led to that big financial crash because institutions that previously were disbarred, if you will, from making those types of investments were now allowed to. So we had the big crash. Then the next piece of legislation was the Dodd-Frank Act, which tried to button up some of the damage that had been done. And the Dodd-Frank Act is the one that changed how banks look at foreclosures. The foreclosure rate, if you look right now, is at historic lows, 0.3% of the industry, unlikely to grow. There's always going to be a level of it, but what happens is it makes more sense for the banks because of the Dodd-Frank Act to bundle up their non-performing assets and sell them versus foreclosing. Leave all of that to somebody else. And that's what really has us in a situation where we have inventory all over year round now, and then we have extra funnels of inventory of new notes that are created through seller financing, etc. So if you're looking to do a little research, check that out. There's your Note Investor tip of the day.